Being in recruitment industry, I've asked this question to so many candidates and I'm shocked that none are prepared for this question, even though it's so obvious question asked in interviews. I'm sure none of us wants to end up in a situation wherein when the interviewer asks, what's your greatest strength? Candidate, I can do maths very fast. Interviewer, what is 12 by 7? Candidates, sir, it's 54. Interviewer, it's 84. You're not even close to that. The candidate says, but sir, I am fast.
Oh my god.
Or you may end up in a situation wherein the interviewer asks, what's your greatest weakness? And the candidate replies, cockroaches. The interviewer says, professional ones. The candidate replies, I don't know, I never seen a cockroach with a tie. Well, that was on a lighter side. Wish interviews were so cool and there was no need to prepare, but it's not. And that's why in today's video, I will share with you how to assess your strengths and weaknesses and categorize them. How to craft a personal story showcasing your strength or your weakness. And how to show your weakness as strength. Before we get started, hit the bell icon below to subscribe to this channel so that I can make more and more videos on interview questions. So let's get started. This is the second video in job interview series. Knowing your strength and weaknesses is all about self-awareness and part of SWOT analysis. That is strength, weakness, opportunities and threat. The interviewer wants to check how well you know yourself and are you comfortable sharing your strength and weaknesses in front of you. And based on your answer, the interviewer wants to infer that you are fit for the job or not. And what is that you bring to the table for a job that you're applying for? The question is a bit tricky as it's a double-edged sword. While answering, be confident, but be careful not to sound arrogant, as there's a thin line of difference. So firstly, assess your strength. When it comes to blowing your own horn, you need to be specific. Assess your skill to identify your strength. This is an exercise worth doing before any interviews. Make a list of your skills, dividing them into 3 categories. Knowledge-based skills acquired from education and experience. Example, computer skills, languages, degrees, training and technical ability. Transferable skills, your portable skills that you take from job to job. Example, communication and people skills, analytical problem solving and planning skills. Personal trait, your unique qualities. Example, being dependable, flexible, friendly, hardworking, expressive, formal, punctual and being a team player. What are the strengths? The best way to answer this question is to share things that correlates to the job you are applying for and ace your chance of selection. First thing is read job description and see what qualities are required for the given role and which of those you already have. If you don't know your skills, ask your friends, your relatives, your mom, your siblings, your school teacher or your buddy or your colleagues or your previous boss. Be surprised with the kind of answers you will get. Remember, whatever strength you mention, you need to validate that with an example. That is where you bring in your story. And the formula you can apply is strength plus context and your story. Say for example, if you mention your strength is you are good with multitasking. You can further go on to explain that how during college days you were in sports, cultural fest and still managed to get 80% in your final examination. That could be a better way of showcasing your strength rather than just throwing a word at random. Many times when I interview candidates, I see mentioned in their CV, I'm good with communication skills. Now, what does it mean to have good communication skills and how you can mention it more effectively? Say if you're applying for a role of HR, you can put it as, I'm an active listener. I listen to people empathetically and don't wait for my chance to speak. And further, you can explain how your listening ability turn an hostile customer into happy customer in your previous job. If you're applying for a digital marketing job, you can say, I can work till late night on a given project or assignment, a habit that I developed during my college days. If you're applying for a marketing job, you can say, I love moving out and meeting new people, which is an important quality to have for a marketing person to find new prospects. Some general strength that you can think of: I do not rest until a given task is completed. I don't get upset easily, and I'm an easygoing person. I'm a team player, a quick learner, and so on. When you complete this list of your strengths, choose 3 skills that are very much required for the job you're applying for based on job description. Make sure you can give specific examples to demonstrate why you say that you are good in it and it is your strength when you probe further by the interviewer. Remember the formula: strength plus context and your story. That makes things credible. Now, coming to weaknesses. Don't tell about personal weaknesses. I love eating junk food, or I'm afraid of spiders, and so on. Keep it professional and put it in a way where your weakness do not apparently show as weaknesses. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's look at some of the example. We'll use the same formula. Here it is weakness plus the context and your story. For example, I procrastinate things to the last minute and complete tasks just before the due date. A practice followed since college days doing my assignments. However, that has helped me to work in corporate world under pressure and with deadlines. I get too much into detail at times. But this quality has helped me in my previous job, where often it's required to get into detail being an accounts head. Or I should take rejection by client personally, especially in my last job, where I was into outbound calling. But through training and practice, I have overcome that. Remember, whenever you mention about any weaknesses, also tell what you're doing to overcome that in context of your job. This is your chance to weave a story and give it your best shot. For example, I'm a naturally shy person. From high school and into my early professional interaction, it prevented me from speaking up. I joined Toastmasters Club. It's fun and it's really helped me overcome my shyness. I learned to practice skills around leading discussions and sharing diverse perspective. Now in a group setting, I always start conversation. I know exactly how they feel, and people can be amazing once they start talking. I also learn how to give feedback in a way which is encouraging and not downright critical. To summarize, make an inventory of your strengths and your weaknesses. Ask your friend, teachers, family members, or colleague to help you find your strength. Out of this, choose the top 3 skills required for a particular job description and try to weave a story out of that. How you face problem because of your weaknesses and how you overcame that, or how your particular strength helped your previous company in terms of facts and figures. So friends, next time when someone asks you this question, how will you answer that? Do comment below. Share it with your answer. I look forward to it. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.